I think most times when we watch movies, right, we kind of know exactly what to expect. We know how the thing's going to play out. We know how the thing's probably going to end within the first 10 minutes or so. You just kind of you just get that feeling. The Indian movies that I've seen so far, they don't really have that. And this one in particular was particularly surprising. So let's talk about Eega. Written and directed by S.S. Rajamouli, Eega, or Eecha, tells the story of a murdered man who is reincarnated as a housefly and seeks to avenge his death. The movie stars Sudeep, Nani, and Samantha Ruth Prabhu. I've watched a few Indian movies so far, and I've really enjoyed this journey going through sort of Indian filmmaking. It's been really eye opening, to be sure. But I want to ask this before we get into the regular review. What do you want me to see next? Because we've got movies like Tumbad, we've got Magadira, we've got Three Idiots. There's been there's been a lot of people voting in the comment sections of previous videos. So let me know what you want me to see next. As far as availability goes for Eega, the only place that I was able to find it to watch was on YouTube, and that is in the Malayalam language. So that was the only place that I could find. And you could rent it for $3.99 and buy it for $4.99. I just went ahead and bought it. I figured, hey, why not? But what do you say about a movie where a man dies and comes back as a housefly to torment his murderer? I mean, this is like super unique, and this is something I've never really seen before, and surprisingly really entertaining. I will say for an early Rajamouli movie, and or maybe earlier Rajamouli movie, because he's done plenty. But I found the editing, especially at the beginning, to be a little rough, and almost to the point where scenes almost didn't flow, I guess, from one scene to the next. But that's as the movie's kind of getting started. The movie really kind of smooths out after that. I didn't find that to be an issue once we got to about the 30-minute mark. The one thing I don't know a whole lot about Rajamouli as a filmmaker. Like how did he get his start? Because I feel like there's a lot of influence from commercials, from maybe music videos. All I know is the guy is super talented. I think the camera work and the way that the camera moves, it's exceptional. It's very well thought out camera moves, and I really enjoy watching that. I did think it was kind of funny that that Samantha Ruth Prabhu, her I mean, pretty much almost every time she's on screen, the wind is blowing through her hair, and it's. I mean, look, she's a very attractive woman, and that definitely helps to I guess to sell that to the audience that she's, I don't know, desirable, I guess you could say, by these two characters, Nani and Sudeep. But look, I kind of kept laughing at that. I just think it's funny. So to give you an idea of what we're dealing with in a movie like this, there's a scene of and almost like a training montage of a fly working out. Yeah, he's running on the tape of a cassette tape. He's running on it, and he's doing like chest pulls inside of a light bulb, right? And he's pulling. I mean, that's very creative. I have to really give it to Sudeep here because as an actor, I know that that's got to be really difficult to just conjure, your what's tormenting you. He does it in a way where you can definitely see how a man could go mad from a fly bothering you this much and this um consistently. I guess it really is kind of a really fun performance to watch. Overall, I feel like it was a little too long, and I'm not really sure if that's a story thing, if that's an editing thing. I don't know. I just felt like, I guess about the 2/3 mark, I felt like, okay, let's move this along here. And what's strange though is that each scene, almost every scene, has a payoff later on. So I'm not exactly sure what you would cut out, other than maybe just taking out some of the torment, I guess. because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of the fly just tormenting Sudeep, and while it's fun, maybe some of that could have been trimmed back a little bit. This is yet another example of Indian filmmaking being just super, super creative and making a movie. I would assume it's not a high budget movie, but it is, probably in that mid range. That's not the kind of movie that would be made here in the United States. It just wouldn't happen. And I just love their creativity, and there is a passion there. There is a love of storytelling that I can feel from watching these movies. I don't I would have loved to have heard the pitch for this movie, and seeing the reactions of the people, yeah, we should totally make this movie about a fly tormenting a man that killed him. I mean, it's just like, what? It's such an outside, it's a crazy idea for me. But look, all I have to say is that I recommend you watch it. If you have the ability to watch it and it sounds interesting to you, for sure, check it out, because it's unlike anything you've really ever seen. So, Eega, or Eecha, have you seen this movie, and what did you think about it? Because, like I said, I was just shocked. I was shocked that this movie was as successful as it was. And I'm not saying monetarily. I'm saying that it actually made me care, and it kept me entertained for the whole runtime. That's crazy stuff. But I would love to hear from you what you thought about it. And of course, like I said earlier, if there are any movies that you would like me to review, that you would like me to see, Indian movies, I would love to check them out. Please let me know in the comment section. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.